presented to you by Toyota. Busan, our first map. Then we head over to Anubis, Blizzard World, and Gibraltar.
Get back there and give Violet some trouble. Violet obviously putting damage down, gives himself more health, can throw down an orb for himself. A little bit more than just playing Zen out on your own.
1-for-1 trade so far. Violet going down, and that aggressiveness of Super continues to display itself. Rascal v Izayaki, but Rascal gets hit by a big bite grenade and now put to sleep. Well, this is their bread and butter. This is how they got to second place in stage 1, man. Izayaki dead already. Sinatra must have flanked around. He must have been up on the high ground, boosting himself up with a right click, and the Valiant had to commit regardless. It's 97% on the clock, and the Shock are just really in cruise control right now. Throwing down the Graviton Surge, straight on in. Signs of resistance, minimal. Signs of life, none. Space now be desuited. And yeah, back to spawn with him. Izayaki won't get there in time. About as one-sided as you like there in that second round. I mean, Busan is the Shocks.
Yeah, once you went to triple tank, triple support, you got nothing for the Valiant. Oh,
we've been practicing, man.
Did you see us play in stage 1? No.
Or duel the Widow, that's also fine, I guess. Depends how you're feeling on any given day.
And he has the amplification matrix here. You can use it to, get one of these big volleys out of Violet.
Or maybe you're just really trying to set up for extra healing as well. Oh, no, just get rid of Fate, okay.
Oh, the fire strike for the
Gets an amped fire strike. That's gross. That is what, 200 damage fire strike?
Yeah, I saw.
So it's
here though for the San Francisco Shock. You're gonna get the supports back in the mix. Rascal comes out as Brigitte tried to get a heal on the Super right away. Gets taken out though as finally the Valiant to break in this.
Off into the open. Now we get a view from the man himself here. Definitely aggressive positioning for a Widow, but he knew the fight was almost at his climax. He just had to find those last three. Graviton Surge. Keeping that ultimate in step with the enemy's eye, and that's going to be a running from Agilities. Here comes the push. Rascal forced the shield bash out of the way, and that's the Graviton Surge. Used early, used often is the philosophy from Sinatra, but he goes down early in this fight. Fate able to pin Super up against the sarcophagus, and now everyone from the Shock is bundled off the point unceremoniously. Valiant can set up here, and the Shock, well, yes, they could go for a stall. They have to rely on the sound barrier from Moth. Uses that now to give them the durability as they push on. They manage to contest. Moth is there. Super looking for an Earth Shatter opportunity, waiting for Fate to make one mistake. Drop his shield for one moment, he's going for it. No, doesn't quite work out here. Custer now going for the sound barrel with a Transcendence here from Izayaki. Everything's coming up pretty well for the Valiant. Rascal is down, but Moth is still contesting for the time being.
You do have Sinatra still here on the point, and Moth is Chayobin just gonna have to come out and contest this here. Is not able to make it back out. Rascal. And now you're gonna see, the amp field go down and see if he can do anything with it. A nice immortality field there to keep Violet alive.
Now that is down, Izayaki managed to get rid of it. Rascal now maybe wanting to take a little bit of a step back. It's a Transcendence in the fight for Violet here. Fate is still looking to really punish those backliners right now. You can see Sinatra being buffeted around. Sinatra is approaching his Graviton Surge, his first one for this half. But the Shock have prime and pole position on the point right now, and Super has a shatter. You know what that means. It's going to get messy. Sinatra now lets the grab go again. He lets it go down range. He knows that space wasn't there to deal with it. And even an immortality field just to help things out. The Shock have breezed through this one very quickly. Space gets desuited, is forced into a self-destruct, but Super has the barrier. He lets it go. Then the shatter, which doesn't quite connect, and Space is still able to resuit.
Or will they just pick some of the rest? Want to play a little bit further away.
I mean, it's Chayobin and Rascal who can both jump to the high ground, on Agilities has already gone down. I mean, I know Custer would like to try and resurrect that, but there is no way the Shock are going to let him get away with that. No way!
Yeah, I mean, that happened.
Overwatch teams to play against. But Blizzard World will be our next map.
2 nano boosts here, both of them onto Agilities. As Super comes back on Wrecking Ball, that'll be a big EMP from space.
Yeah, KSF and Agilities now following up on that one nicely. A second for Agilities in this fight, and over the point now. A jubilant roar from the Farah player. As Chayobin finally is desuited, and Super will try and stall for just a little longer. The Valiant finally from it. I think the Shock are trying to give him time to get there, but they have 2 support ultimates, which is also important. Chayobin for the high ground. That was Violet now going for the Transcendence here. KSF still waiting. He's managed to get the Transcendence out. Now Izayaki goes for his. There might be time to seal the deal for the Valiant. They know they've got a long way to travel. They don't want to spend all their ultimates at once here. Take it slow on both sides. Oh, KSF! Oh, his Graviton got eaten! The win condition for the Los Angeles Valiant is now gone, and they got to resort to the sound barrier, but the sound barrier gets ripped off them! Sinatra drops in with an EMP and it's lights! Yeah, they'll have to regroup a little bit and wait for the Sombra to come back at least.
Oh, there's going to be the Amp Matrix here that comes out from Rascal, so see if they can get any of the damage through here.
Oh, okay, it could be nasty now. Sinatra finds Custer. Yeah, the Amp Matrix was placed a little bit too far forward by the looks of things. The Valiant was standing in between them and the Matrix, so it doesn't do much there. Charge from Super. Full range. Straight into KSF, who has to hide behind the stand, get himself a corn dog and wait for his demise. And knock him out, speed him out as fast as he used to be able to. So the Valiant, well, the Shock want the Valiant to commit. Here we go, Amplification Matrix thrown out now, and that shield's not gonna last very long at all. Graviton had to be thrown out. Super Laser Shatter, then the shield. Rascal's Immortality Field is taken down, but the damage too severe. The Shock were inside and grabbed, yes, but they're able to get damage done still with their primary, secondary fire, and that was enough. Violet finds Izayaki, and that shuts the book on Blizzard World. It shuts the book on the series ultimately at 3-0. And the rebuild, forged in the fires of adversity and all that. It sounds nice, but very aggressive. Fate's shield is destroyed right now. So this is where the Shock get aggressive, but they walk straight into Graviton Surge. Transcendence is out. They set up the combo. Fate goes charging in, but a Sound Arrow is there for the San Francisco Shock. They can hang around in this fight for a little longer. Super getting knocked forward. That might have been from KSS right. Here is in quite a lot of danger, and he is down. The Shock have bought 2.5 minutes of time, though, playing so far forward.
Yeah, the Valiant will go get the fight win, though. Rascal already has another Amplification Matrix, and it's going to go down here.
Izayaki's missing. This is nasty. See that shield barely staying alive now. It's going to be the Graviton Surge by the Shock. They got a lot of use out of that Amp Matrix, and now they push further. Sound barrier here. Violet using the Transcendence once more. And he's going to be on the point there with Super Agility. He's getting a little bit too low to the swinging hammer of Super. And Outspace and KSF are also in danger. They push too close. Immortality is what the Shock are looking for. And they'd like to inscribe their name into the Stage 2 title book. And that's how you start.